Yo, 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 yo. What's the deal, Pickle? Out here on my Sunday morning run. Yeah, I'm talking about I gotta get up and get it. But I read a book called The Ego is the Enemy. Basically saying like the ego, when a person have an ego, they let their ego disrupt relationships. Their ego, basically that person is a narcissist. Your ego will have you doing anything to prove yourself right and this and that and the other. But I agree, and I think that the book, this is just my personal opinion because I can't say the opinion of the person that wrote the book. My personal opinion is that there's two types of egos. There's an arrogant ego and there's a confident ego. So we're going to talk about the arrogant ego, EGO, the arrogant ego. The arrogant ego is always right. Got bad conflict resolution. Can't agree to disagree. It's either their way or the highway. And the arrogant ego use their ego to please themselves. Have you ever heard the saying that it's inning, not owning? See, an arrogant ego, that ego is on them. It got to be seen. It got to be magnified. Confident ego, way on the opposite. Confident ego, that ego is humble, a confident ego can know they can be right, and then they'll bag out the conversation you right. Because I'd rather, the relationship is worth more than me being right. That's the confident ego. Confident ego got good conflict resolution. A confident ego want peace. Don't want to be warring, don't want to be arguing, just want to be. Want to chase their dreams and do what they do, whatever they do. That's the confident ego. Now that confident ego, that ego don't have to be shown. It don't have to be magnified because it's in them, not on them. That's why you see a lot of motherfuckers buy a lot of fancy shit and all that other shit. That's their ego. That ego has to be magnified. I like nice shit too. I'm not just saying it like that, but I'm saying that the ego, they feed off that ego. That ego is what keeps them going. Without that ego, they're nobody, so they have to magnify it. That's the arrogant ego. The confident ego don't have to magnify it. It just be. You know what I'm saying? And we all got a little bit of both in us. Some of us got a lot of one and a little of the other. Some of us got a lot of the other and a little of the other. You know what I'm saying? Some of us got a lot of arrogant ego with a little ego. Some of us got a lot of confident ego with a little arrogant ego. But it's about balancing it. And it's about recognizing it. Like some people with an arrogant ego don't even think they're arrogant. Don't even think that they're on that side of the fence, mostly. You know what I'm saying? So knowing is half the battle. Knowing the difference between the confident ego and the arrogant ego. The arrogant ego don't give a shit about understanding anybody else. They just want to be understood. The confident ego wants to understand before. So when they do reply, they can be understood because they have all the facts. And none of us is perfect at this. But it's good to recognize it so you can check yourself. An arrogant ego rather check somebody else than they self. Because it's on them, not in them. A confident ego checks himself because he's aware. he's aware that he's doing wrong or hurting somebody's feelings. He's aware that that arrogant ego has arisen, and he has to tone it down and put more of the confident ego in there. So knowing is half the battle, man. You definitely got to know the arrogant ego versus the confident ego. So I don't really think your ego is your enemy, as the book implies. I just think that side of your ego is the enemy, and it has to be maintained. Love, be safe.